Bonjour à toutes et à tous, on se retrouve en 1986 toujours dans cet univers alternatif et nous sommes emprisonnés, enfin du moins nous l'étions il y a encore quelques instants, dans le centre qui forme les Citoyens Plus. Et nous sommes bien sûr dans l'épisode 4, Double Vision, et on va essayer de s'en sortir. Heureusement Jennifer nous a bien aidés. Et donc, on va peut-être pouvoir faire quelque chose d'intéressant avec notre costume de garde impériale. Et je ne peux pas sortir. Ah si, il suffisait de cliquer sur la porte.
Okay, Hotshot, what's next?
Now we rescue Citizen Brown, get the hell out of here, and get things back to the way they're supposed to be.
Whatever, just as long as I get to break some stuff. I've got a lot of pent-up hostility right now, you know?
Miss Parker.
What the?
Yeah.
I'm here to escort you to the lobby. Your father's waiting for you.
Can he wait? I was hoping that this attractive young man could take me on a tour of the facilities.
I'm afraid I really must insist, miss.
Relax, Jennifer. I've got everything under control.
Really?
Really.
Okay then. But first... Mwah!
What was that for?
For saving me, dummy.
Et elle va pas avoir d'ennui pour ça?
You know, I'm probably gonna have to write you up for a PDA violation.
Oh, bite me.
What?
Voilà, c'est bien ce que je disais.
Rock and roll.
D'accord, alors Edna et un officier
I
sont dans la
used to
petite
think she was a
guitoune.
little annoying, but now she's just plain evil.
C'est vrai, c'est vrai. Alors, il va falloir, avant de pouvoir s'occuper de délivrer Brown, diffuseur de parfum, va falloir que Edna arrête de surveiller la zone, j'imagine.
I don't know what kind of movies they're showing Doc, but I don't think he's enjoying them. I better get him out of here before his eyes explode.
C'est vrai qu'il a pas l'air très en forme.
Darling, you're only hurting yourself.
That speaker looks
Ouais.
really familiar.
Ça ressemble à ce que Marty avait dans le garage de Doc.
Jeez, he looks miserable. Looks like a giant air freshener. Weird.
D'accord, bon, je vois rien
I
d'autre
better
à
get him out
regarder.
of here before his eyes explode.
On revoit pas à nouveau les écrans, c'est dommage. Alors là, il y a l'interphone. C'était la salle où était retenue Jennifer.
Can I have some of that? Feels like I haven't eaten in years.
No, that's Tannen's. He's not allowed to eat it until he's taken his pacification pill. We tried to give it to him an hour ago, but he still hasn't swallowed it.
Let me try. I could be pretty persuasive.
No. Don't touch that! I need the caffeine.
Ok. Eh bah.
Don't worry, Everett. It'll all be okay.
Hey,
Shh, busy.
Oula, mais il est pas commode lui.
Do you mind? I'm trying to run a complete personality rebuild on the big
Bon, il
man
va falloir
himself
se
here.
débarrasser de lui.
And the last thing I need is your stubby little fingers turning Hill Valley's savior into a drooling rutabaga.
Ah bah il est à fond lui.
Problem over there, citizen?
No problem, ma'am.
Good. Let's get back to it.
Oh!
Oh là 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 là. Ok. Bon, alors continuons notre petit tour et puis après on trouvera un moyen de se débarrasser de lui.
wow, they've really got this door locked up tight. I wonder what sick freak they've got
Je
in
pense
here.
que c'est Tannen.
Ah! I should have known. Hi, Biff. Looks like your intercom's busted. Just as well. It'd probably be just a bunch of swearing and mixed metaphors anyway.
Ok. Alors, tu veux sortir?
Want out of here, big guy? Guess they don't work.
Ça aurait été trop simple.
Hey, Biff. Guess who your guard is? Peekaboo!
Ah, il est pas content de nous voir.
The guard says I'm not supposed to give you any food until you swallow your pill.
improvement, Citizen Edna. Shall I recycle the treatment?
Very well. Increase the overall stimulation levels by a factor of 1.21 kilocarls and start again.
Ok. Bon, on va continuer notre petit tour. On verra après coup si il faut revenir par ici. Là, je dirais qu'on voit rien de particulier.
What are you doing in here?
Looking for the bathroom?
The next scheduled bathroom break isn't for another 158 minutes.
Right.
D'accord, on ne peut pas vraiment entrer ici. Donc on doit avoir quelque chose à faire avec ce garde, ce plateau de nourriture, le soda. Qu'est-ce qu'on a dans l'inventaire? On a la guitare et le journal et la photo de George. C'est pas grand chose. On peut peut-être aller dans la salle de Jennifer. Ah, il y a quelqu'un d'autre.
Get me out of here. Sorry, can't hear you in this thing, but thanks for the duds though.
Ah, c'est le garde. Ah oui, j'avais oublié.
Disengage occipital O.
That's broken.
Tant mieux.
Guess Jen did that so the guard won't be able to call for help.
Donc c'est le garde à qui on a pris la tenue. Enfin, Jennifer s'en est occupée. Comment on va faire pour se débarrasser de lui? Donc le gars là, à chaque fois que je
Don't
clique
touch that!
sur
I
le
need the
soda,
caffeine.
il en prend. Ah, mais il y a un passage ici. Alors où est-ce que ça mène?
I can't leave before I rescue Doc. He's the only guy who could repair the DeLorean.
On ne peut pas sortir. Et les seules interactions, c'est avec Biff.
I almost feel sorry for the poor guy. Almost. Hi, Biff.
Et il faudrait qu'il prenne sa
Come on,
pilule.
Biff, just swallow your pill.
Mais à chaque fois, il la recrache et elle tombe,
I'd
fend
never get
sous
my
la
hand under there.
porte. Je peux pas mettre ma main. Mais j'ai un journal. D'accord. Donc j'ai réussi à mettre mon journal sous la porte.
Hi, Biff.
Et
Come
s'il
on,
reprend
Biff,
sa
just swallow
pilule,
your pill.
là il va tomber sur ou à côté du journal. Sur le journal.
No improvement, Citizen Edna.
Est-ce que j'ai
Oh,
récupéré la...
Biff spit.
J'ai récupéré la pilule. Ah ah, donc là je vais la mettre dans le soda. Ça me paraît logique. Dans le soda.
Hey, is that a public display of affection over there?
What? Sorry, it was just a shadow.
Hihi.
Stop goofing around and get back to work. Yes, sir.
Il va prendre sa petite dose de caféine. Et ça va le coucher. Ouh, c'est rapide, hein. Ouh là là.
Jeez, what have they been feeding Biff? Horse tranquilizers?
C'est clair. Donc maintenant, on a accès à la
mais-
console.
I mean, me?
Yes, you. As you can see, that slacker of a technician is sleeping on the job again. Please be a dear and tend to the Citizen Plus control panel, will you?
T'inquiète.
Sure.
Okay,
va faire
Doc,
ce qu'il
I'm
faut.
in. Now, how do I get you out of here without turning you into a vegetable?
On ne peut plus toucher la nourriture. On peut fouiller le garde,
He'll
peut-être?
be out for a while.
Non, donc on a que la console. Alors, voyons
Jeez.
voir tout ça.
Where's the off button on this thing? Hey, an equalizer. At least, I think it's an equalizer.
Fader olfactif. gastrosenseur, tactile, volume, optique.
What are you doing over there, citizen?
On a que ça? Bon, allez, on va faire le optique.
Optics.
Oh là là là. Non, il aime pas. Il aime pas. On va le baisser. Volume.
Volume. Finally, a word I can understand.
Ça le fait avancer un petit peu vers la porte.
Okay, that moved him a few inches. Maybe I can blast him right out the door.
Tactile, ça fait
Tactile.
quoi ça? Ah non, 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 non.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, ça, il vaut mieux éviter.
Gastrosensory.
Gastrosenseur. Ouais, ça le fait vomir. Berk. Et enfin, olfactif.
Olfactory. I think I know what that means.
What the?
Looks like the aroma tanks have clogged themselves again.
Oh, thank you. I hadn't noticed that. Come on, make yourself useful.
Donc, ils sont en train de réparer ça.
I'm sorry about the delay, dear. This'd go a lot easier if you just gave up this madness about time machines and altering the past. You should concentrate on the future.
There is no future for us.
You won't think that in a few more hours.
Edna, please, think about the consequences of your actions.
Me?
Alors,
You're the one threatening the social order of Hill Valley
est-ce
with
que
your
je
crazy
mets un
time
petit
machine
peu
talk.
de... d'optique? Ah, ça a pas l'air d'être cool. Ah oui, je peux quitter donc. Là, ils sont plus dans le... Ouais, ils sont en bas. Je vais en profiter pour aller là-bas, voir ce qu'il y a. Alors, qu'est-ce qu'il y a
Where's
ici?
Martin?
Check. Sibilance. Sibilance.
What was that?
Oula. Il y a un truc auxiliaire là. Vous voyez, je peux brancher un de ces jours quelque chose, mais... Il y a une autre porte.
Locked. Crap.
J'ai pas de clé dans mon inventaire. Non, j'ai pas de clé. Il y a un micro seulement et c'est tout. Bon,
When did I lose control?
on va retourner à la console.
Oh,
Il doit y avoir
dearest,
quelque chose à faire
You never
maintenant que...
had control. That's why you needed
Je
me
vais
in
refaire un
the
petit coup
first
de volume
place.
puisque ça fait avancer un petit peu la... Et on en remet un coup.
I guess the speakers won't push him any further until I hook it up to a really big sound.
Ok, donc peut-être que... Est-ce que je peux utiliser ma guitare?
You'll never get.
I can't plug my guitar into that.
Alors peut-être sur le micro là-bas. Parce que je ne sais pas si vous l'avez vu, mais il y avait une prise auxiliaire pour le son là en dessous. Donc peut-être que ma guitare ferait l'affaire sur le micro. Ça doit être ça. On doit avoir trouvé. Cool. Du bon rock'n'roll, ça va.
Let's get ready to blow this joint.
What was that? You! What are you doing?
Getting my friend out of here, you nutcase. Okay, that was a little less dramatic than I'd expected.
On est dans de beaux draps. Et voilà.
Let's go, Your Honor.
What? I can't hear you!
You're welcome.
To him, you slackers!
Hé hé hé.
Citizens, this is an Omega-1 priority alert.
Des individus
Potentially
non
disruptive
conformistes.
nonconformists are loose in the courthouse. Please return to your homes until the situation has been resolved. Have a nice day.
D'accord, le centre citoyen plus était carrément dans l'hôtel de ville. D'accord, d'accord, d'accord. Et il nous recherche. Alors,
What do
qu'est-ce
we
qu'on
do
fait?
now?
Now we wait for the guards to clear out so we can make a break for your time machine.
Hey, it's my mom. Hey,
Don't talk to her. She could give us away.
where is the DeLorean anyway?
I had the wreck towed to my secret lab near Clayton Ravine.
Clayton Ravine, as in Clara Clayton?
Why is that significant?
Well, Clara's kind of supposed to be your wife, so yeah.
Fascinating.
Le fameux
Shouldn't we go help?
Ravin
Once we go
Clayton.
back and change history, none of this will ever happen.
I guess.
Alors,
What
qu'est-ce
the heck
qu'Edna
was Edna
faisait?
doing to you back there?
She was trying to rebuild my personality from the ground up, erasing the parts she didn't like.
Harsh.
Ah. Boom.
All right, Dad. No offense, Your Honor, but why'd you marry Edna anyway? She's kind of crazy.
Yes, now. But back when we were first dating, her madness was tempered by an ironclad sense of right and wrong. At least, that's how it seemed to me at the time.
Mhm. Ils se sont réconciliés.
Mom, Dad,
Mais...
no.
They'll be fine. Once we repair the time stream, none of this will ever have happened.
I guess you're right.
Heureusement que les gens ne voient jamais les
Looks like
poubelles
the
se
coast
soulever.
is clear.
C'est toujours comme ça.
Great. Let's go fix the DeLorean.
I'm afraid I'll have to do that without you, Martin.
Ah bon?
What? Why?
Well, from what little I understand of time travel, if you help me rebuild the time machine, your presence in the repair efforts could cause some sort of temporal paradox after we return to 1931.
So what am I supposed to do? Just hang out here in Bizarro Hill Valley until you fix the time machine?
Exactly. But don't worry, if things work out according to plan, you won't even notice I'm gone.
You know, for a second there, you sounded almost as confusing as the real Doc.
See? We're making progress already. See you soon, Martin.
Good luck, Your Honor.
Oh,
Okay.
and you might want to stay off the streets for a few seconds.
Stay off the street.
Oui, parce que normalement, il va
Citizen
revenir avec la
Brown?
machine, je suppose.
Emmett?
Ok, ok. Bon, bah, nous voici de retour ici. Il faut pas s'approcher de la route.
He's not coming back, you know.
Et... Aïe, aïe,
What are
aïe,
you
aïe.
talking about?
Emmett, without me to guide him, he's almost useless. Before I found him, he was a miserable failure who never finished anything. But with me to inspire him, look at what we've built!
Ouais.
Yeah, you've inspired him all right. Inspired him to turn Hill Valley into a bunch of uptight dorks.
I wouldn't expect a delinquent like you to understand.
You think you've inspired Doc? I'll have you know that without you, Emmett Brown is destined to build a time-traveling DeLorean and a flying time train.
Preposterous! Emmett couldn't even build a dog feeder without me to guide him.
Yeah, well, he did that too. You're not the only inspiration in Doc's life, you know. In my timeline, he married one of the sweetest women of the 19th century.
Sweetness. Yeah. Emmett needs discipline to stay focused. He's so easily distracted.
Okay, Your
Discipline.
Honor. Starting to get a little concerned
C'est
here.
vraiment le mot de la famille Strickland. Hein. Strickland, c'est aussi le surveillant général du lycée de Marty. Et son mot préféré, c'est discipline.
It worked! Ha ha! 1 second I'm in the present, the next I'm 6 months in the past. Amazing!
6 months? It took you 6 months to repair the time machine?
6 months, my family fortune, and a sketchy deal with a gang of Libyan nationals. It's all worth it for this moment. Ha ha!
Le fameux marché avec les Libyens.
Don't do this. You need help.
Oh, blow it out of your exhaust port, dear. Now that I've escaped into the past, your pack of divorce lawyers.
Faut pas qu'ils viennent avec nous.
Ah! Martin, how long have you been waiting for me?
A couple of minutes, maybe?
That's curious. I set the repair time circuits to arrive only a couple of seconds after I left. Oh, well, I'm sure there's no need for concern. It's probably just a minor miscalibration of the time circuits. Here,
What's this?
clothes for our trip. We can't have you traipsing around 1931 in that ridiculous outfit.
Il l'a déjà dit ça.
Wait, our trip?
You didn't think I was going to let you erase the worst mistake of my life without my help, did you?
C'est chaud. Moi, je l'aurais pas emmené parce que c'est pas le... C'est pas le vrai Doc. Est-ce que ses cheveux vont repousser quand le passé va changer et modifier le futur? C'est bizarre quand même ça. Là, on n'est pas loin d'un paradoxe. Allez, on passe les portes.
Time circuit set for August 26, 1931. You ready to go, Your Honor?
Call me, Doc.
Alors, ce qui est bizarre aussi, c'est qu'il répare la voiture et il la remet vraiment dans l'état... Enfin, c'est vrai, elle avait déjà le générateur de fusion. Dans l'état du futur, finalement. Alors que dans le carnet de Doc, il pouvait pas y avoir les plans du générateur de fusion. Mais bon. En tout cas, nouveau départ dans le passé. Ah, et nous revoici en 1931.
This is where I last saw
1931.
him. You, teenage
C'est
you.
vraiment
You were headed this way, arm in arm
un
with
nœud
Edna.
dans le passé.
Luckily, my erstwhile wife was never the type to kiss on a first date. If we work fast and stay focused, we can see to it that our relationship never moves beyond the hand-holding stage. Well, will you look at that? The old town theater.
Uh-huh.
I haven't thought about this place in years. The missus made me tear it down back in '71. Said the movies were corrupting the younger generation. It was all nonsense, of course. I spent countless evenings here in my youth, and it never turned me into a hoodlum. Say, remember Public Enemy? Why, you dirty rat, no good yellow-bellied stool? Never did manage to see Frankenstein, though.
But you're going to. That's what we're here for, remember?
Right, of course. The film that was supposed to set off a chain reaction in my imagination, inspiring with a notion that would launch my scientific career.
You've still got no memory of what that notion was?
Oula.
Well, how could I? It happened in the brain of a different Emmett Brown. An Emmett Brown now erased by the shifting sands of time. Luckily for us, I do know something about my own brain, having lived in it for the past 70+ years. Once we get my younger self re-inspired by that movie, nothing will distract him from his proper... Great Scott, will you look at that?
The town square?
It's just like I remember it, only dirtier. Oh, the old courthouse.
Come on now, Doc, you need to... Go inside and check it out. First rule of time travel, Doc, never allow your other self to catch sight of you. It could cause reality to collapse or something.
You mean?
Right behind you. Don't peek.
Oh.
Go on. I'll let you know when you're gone. And don't forget, you're Carl Sagan.
The billions and billions guy?
The suspected arsonist.
Huh?
Just go with it.
À mon avis, il va se passer des trucs très 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 bizarres. Bon allez, on va aller voir Emmett tout de suite, qui est bien habillé, hein, je dois dire. C'est bizarre quand même, on risque de se retrouver avec un autre Doc, pas le même.
Harry! You do show up at the oddest moments. Where have you been hiding?
Oh, you know, here and there. You're a little hard to pin down yourself. I went looking for you last night, but...
I believe I was off entertaining a beautiful lady.
Ouais, il va falloir la larguer.
You know, I never really got a chance to thank you.
Well, I'm sure you would have escaped Kid on your own.
Kid? Oh, sure, I'm grateful for that, but no, I'm talking about Edna. It's funny to think of now, but until that crisis, I actually thought Edna and I disliked one another. Imagine.
Yeah, well, sometimes first impressions are right. The thing is, you shouldn't let Edna distract you from, you know, the business at hand. Finishing your project for the expo and going to see Frankenstein.
Oh, pshaw. I'm far too busy for movies these days.
But,
And as for my project, it's practically done.
The rocket car?
The rocket car? Boy, are you out of date.
Et
I've
voilà le
junked a
problème.
rocket car.
But
more trouble than it's worth. I'll never figure out a propulsion system that does what I want it to do. And besides, its social utility is practically
Ça,
non-existent.
on reconnaît la patte d'Edna.
Social utility? Since when do you care about?
The mental alignment meter is a much more worthy project.
The what?
Le
It
quoi?
was Edna's idea, and she's really been cracking the whip to get me to complete it in time for the expo.
Damn it, I'm a little confused here. What day is it?
Why, it's opening day. The opening day of the
D'accord.
expo. Which reminds me, I'd better skedaddle back to the lab. If Edna catches me dawdling, there'll be heck to pay. Catch you around, Callahan.
October 12th. Doc?
Ah, ils se sont plantés dans la date. Normalement, ils devaient arriver plus tôt. On va retourner voir Doc parce que je sais pas quelle bêtise il a pu faire, mais... S'il a été voir son père, ça peut être bizarre.
Come to think of it, it is a bit brisk for August.
Oh, we're 2 months late. The expo's about to start and Teenage You is already in over his head with Edna.
I always did have a tendency to plunge into things.
Let's plunge into the DeLorean and get to the right date.
No, it's far too risky. Remember how I was late picking you up in '86?
Yeah?
That should have been a tip-off. Something is horribly wrong with the time circuits, and the problem appears to be getting worse. If we try to jump now, we could find ourselves stranded in the Cenozoic age. Or worse, the Mesozoic.
We're stuck?
For the time being. I'll look into the problem and see what I can do. In the meantime, you can go to work on the other problem.
Right. I'll go to the lab and see if I can talk Teenage You out of...
Impossible. If young me is already as infatuated as you say, you're not going to be able to talk him out of anything. Believe me, I remember. Better to focus on the more clear-headed half of the couple.
Edna?
Edna? Where can I find her?
Where do you think? I'll drive. The DeLorean should still function adequately as a means of conveyance in the first 3 dimensions.
Ah, on va visiter... Ah, c'est l'école. D'accord. L'école. Un lieu important aussi, surtout dans l'épisode 1.
You were right. There she is.
My soon-to-be ex-future wife is nothing if not predictable.
Do I really have to talk to her? I mean, couldn't I just hang out until you fix the time circuits and...
Oh là 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 là.
I'll talk to her.
Il y a vraiment des réparations à
You
faire.
better get the DeLorean out of sight before someone...
Hey, you! Quit blocking the drive!
Ah, c'est le gars qui
All
était dans le
future
speakeasy, ça.
contestants need to report to the North Tent.
Qui était déjà grincheux quand il était bourré. Il est grincheux même quand il est sobre. Super. D'accord, donc la DeLorean est magnifiquement garée sur la pelouse. Eh bien écoutez, c'est en 1931 que nous allons nous laisser à nouveau pour la fin de cet épisode. J'espère qu'il vous aura plu et on se retrouve très bientôt pour la suite de nos réparations temporelles. Allez, salut salut!